Take one. Hi there, it's Brendan Moriarty. I've been doing a lot of research, and I believe I have the ultimate plan to save the environment. Now, I'm going to have to do several takes of this. I would like, I'd like to have a script, but like a wildfire, my life has no plan. Okay, this is really bad because I would like to be highly scripted. I'd like to be predictable. I'd like the environment. Okay, so let's just go through and try to make a brief, pleasant video that tells how we can do it. And so basically, there's a lot of we might call them sacred structures. They're really dimensions. So like language, the most functional words out there. Food, maybe sleep, shelter. So translating these ideas into actual functional mechanisms. So basically, to save the environment, you need a functional way to be out there to actively manage it. So basically, let's say you're Fort McMurray, or your Yosemite, or New Mexico, or Australia, Russia, wherever there are these fires, and indeed some of them are more like Middle Eastern civil conflicts. It's kind of the same thing, except instead of trying to put out the fire, we're pouring cheap gas, cheap fuel on it, or whatever. And so what we need is a way to access this stuff, and we need to do it with the greatest of ease. And this is function. This is we can have an artistic thing in a two-dimensional thing. The pages of the Bible or some constitutional law or something like that are all two-dimensional, and they are the most functional things. I'm doing the handwork there. I'm not karate chops, but basically, if you have like a wildfire situation, what you need to do is you need to make paths through that which are active fire breaks, and it's not like you're trying to burn it, but you're actually trying to package that material. That stuff is valuable. Okay, a lot of people might cringe at that, but these people are useless. Okay, these people who are that thought, that idea that material has no value, that is worth less than nothing. That is like saying I'm going to pollute the air because that's the only value that there is from a material. So you have to understand that. If you had to choose between acute pollution or fresh air, you would probably, after a while at least, you would choose the fresh air. You might sort of revel and say, yeah, we're tough, we're like devil worship, having this pollution, as some sort of distraction, I mean, and some, dinner is cooking, hey, it smells good, it's a little bit of a vaporization. Vapor, yes, indeed, you said that. But for the most part, we want to contain that. We want to use that. So you open up a book, because you don't keep it open all the time, but occasionally you're going to look in there and you say, what is there we can use in this book, in this writing, in this idea, and we're going to actually use it, actually have a life, actually make sure that goodness is prevailing, that fresh air is happening. So what it is it's a structure. It's basically what I call Unit E. Yeah, and this is what the world, the United States. Okay, it's more than a statement. It's actually a physical reality. So it is a portable structure that is of the most fundamental both function as well as construction and use. So the function is the use. So the function is that this portable structure is to go out and process all that is forgotten. Okay, that is crucial if we are going to save the environment, not just talk about it, because that that might feel good, like, oh, listen to my voice, woo, but in reality we have to have a system that we can process that which is forgotten. Okay, and this, some of that stuff was written more than 2,000 years ago. Okay, so the stuff that we're writing in the last, I don't know, last whenever, internet, whatever, is somewhat trivial. Unless if that which is from, that which is from the internet. Okay, so this is logic, I guess. I never studied that. So that which is from the internet, the apparent it really needs a script. Okay, so basically I can define this structure. I can drive the positive action, okay, because what I was going to talk about, not so much the other stuff, but what I was going to talk about is basically there are infernos, right? And there are incendiary sort of conditions, okay? And I am in one of those conditions, but I call raging narcissism. Okay, I think it's funny. I try to keep it, but if you're surrounded or something like that by pyromaniacs or fuel, bundles of, desperate virgin forest. Okay, so that's not creepy. No, in the mirror, I look better than I suppose. Then it's an incendiary situation. If you are not something. If you don't have a script, okay, if you don't have the plot, if you don't have someone to hold it, the camera, that is, then it's incendiary, and so basically what I'm trying to say is that our effort, our energy needs to be directed. This is crucial, okay? If it's not directed, if it's not, if it's too close, it might be too worrisome, so it has nothing to do with words, with communication. It's about a system, okay, that can process our big problems, right? This is like, yeah, okay, because there are numerous, but right now it is the environment. You don't have to say global warming is a reality. All you have to say that there is an environment, and there is things that are meant to be elsewhere. So if you have someone who's anxious, they're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go to war with the, bomb the Middle East, or I'm going to, give all the money to the criminally insane or the undesirables or something like that. Then that effort is potentially misguided. Okay, this is the problem. This is major situation. So that effort, that energy, that desperation, indeed, that's desperation, give it to the, give money to the status quo, so that energy needs to be redirected, and basically, forget about the climate change or the polarity or, the normality that you cannot see. Rather, think about a Garden of Eden, a walled village, you know, the secret garden, the precious kingdom, the world not threatened by information, but the world that is truly precious. That we, you know, it's not about like, oh look, something to sling, you know, let's you know, it's got your name on it, you know, it's on fire, you know, it's loudness, you know, haircut, ooh, check that out, horns, oh no, looking at my my haircut and the silhouette there, it's needs some attention, some direction indeed. So yeah, so I have this system, this energy and effort that will really direct us, so that we're not heading in the wrong direction, because that's just all the same thing. It's all the same, okay? All this, you know, information or desperation, angst, what, you know, narcissism. Trying to tilt my head to the right way. I'm not really sure what that is, but basically, I wanted to develop this system. Okay, this big system that is a universal system. I'm going to say the system until I go nuts here. And this is everything. This is humanity's convergence, converging on a unified system. This is really fundamental, okay? And information will only illuminate, okay? And we can indeed turn it off. I had a girlfriend once, she said she didn't watch the news anymore because she couldn't handle it. You know? I may be there myself. But that doesn't mean we have to turn our backs on the energy that we do have, because we do want to do it, you know. We have that energy, and if we are putting it in the right direction, then we're going to find happiness and save the world. You know, so the communications and that stuff, unscripted, as yet unscripted, but of ease, okay? So, and at ease, where you know, your location is crucial, okay? This is quantified, okay? You cannot find someone who grew up on the frontier where technology was blooming, and, you know, before it was not, with a little sister and not a big sister. You know, it's just this horrible situation that makes you want to say, let's sling it all, you know. But no, we want to sled it all. We want to bring it home. That is all of value, okay? So to be a slinger, you know, to be some person who's you know, hurling insults or ignoring the facts, that's the incendiary reality, okay? That is too much information, you know. If we cannot simply just live off of information, because some of us will go crazy, okay? So you know, that's not good. That's not what we want to do. We want to save the environment. We want to make precious the environment, to have clean air and good neighbors, right? We really want to do that. I mean, that, you know, without, you know, me staring and sort of, you want that, don't you? You know, sort of, we just know we want it without having to hear that, because once you hear that, you say, no, I don't. I want to go to war, you know, I want to burn, you know. And that's not, you know, if that over communication, lack of connection, that effort, that energy, that inspiration, you know, lack of editing tools, or someone who